there's been a lot of talk among creators quietly that things on YouTube aren't going very well. Basically, especially in this space. Now, I won't share like who said what to me behind the scenes, but I will share kind of what everyone's seeing. And also this report from Neon that I think is very, very good too. Neon, not that dork streamer, but Neon in our space. Things are not good in YouTube. Like, this is the time. So if people who watch YouTube, for example, they kind of know creators will always talk about it. Like, you make your year in October, November, December, right? In most years, I make more in October, November, and December than the other 9 months combined, you know? And a lot of people are like that because advertising spend is going crazy. This year, dozens of people I talked about having the same or more views, but are making up to 40 to 50% less per month or per day. The revenue stream of YouTube has completely collapsed. And I think it's mostly because they're pouring it all into shorts. They're paying less for long form videos and everyone's running their ads in shorts right now. In fact, there was an article on Tube Filter that talked about shorts is actually earning more money than long form videos right now. But this is an actual real problem, and you're going to see the landscape of YouTube change drastically in the next year. There are layoffs. I won't say who told me about layoffs, but I had to cut back on staff. It's been very real, and there's something to it. Let's start with this tweet. You're going to get annoyed basically over the next year. I'm going to be pushing, hey, sign up on Rumble Premium using my promo code, or go to thequartering.com/join. Like, this will be by the end of 2026. My members group will be probably my most important source of income. Now, I should have started pushing this a year ago or 2 years ago, but late is better than never. By the way, you can go to thequartering.com/join, talk to me directly in our private Discord group, get topics suggested, participate in our giveaways and all sorts of stuff like that, and just generally hang out with hundreds of other people. You don't need to download anything if you don't want to, and all that kind of stuff. So thequartering.com/join. So Neon, who runs Clownfish TV, but also runs a bunch of other stuff that we've been talking about, talks about ad spends lower this year in Q4 than previous years. We're seeing it across the board. YouTube, websites, all of it. Would explain why we're seeing so many garbage tier ads on so many platforms now. It's like advertisers are waiting for the other shoe to drop or something. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've noticed that there's a bunch of really like spammy ads running across various platforms. And it's because all the big players just isn't, they're not there. The big players aren't there. So now you're getting like, dating site apps and gambling apps and, the lower tier ads that you wouldn't normally see, especially this time of year because it's Christmas time. Like, are you seeing Walmart Christmas ads on YouTube? I'm not. Are you seeing Target Christmas ads on YouTube? I'm not. I'm seeing a bunch of AI slop ads, and that is not normal. And it is actually on everybody's seeing it on the back end. Every creator is talking about it, and they're freaking out. The golden era of YouTube ads supporting channels started to end a couple years ago, but for whatever reason, it just completely fell off the map in the last several months. Learn about more. The trend will continue to move. Here it says, although total ad spend for 2025 is still growing, and we expect it to trend upwards over the next 2 months, those dollars are moving much more slowly. Open market CPMs and RPMs, which is like what they pay for ads, were much softer across the industry this October, especially compared to 2024, when ad spends were far more front-loaded due to the election activity that boosted early quarter rates. TLDR, everyone's afraid to spend money, especially with all these massive layoffs. But also, I would add to this that there's a twofold issue here. If you look at Google, if you actually dig in, and we look at kind of their earnings, their last earnings report, they talked about, here's November 1st. While AI spending is top of mind, online ads are driving a lot of big tech's growth. But they talk about how the rate at which the spend is growing is much, much lower this year. And a big part of that is AI slop. This was on the 29th of October. Shorts now make more money for YouTube than long form videos. I don't really watch shorts unless I'm on the toilet. And I don't know about you, but I've noticed that basically every short I've seen is either freebooting somebody else's video that they don't own. Like, ooh, Anatoly. They're like a bunch of people ripping off Anatoly videos who aren't Anatoly. Or they're copyrighted music or TV shows or, you know, clips from Joe Rogan. These are all AI slop that are run by these like algorithms, right? They use AI and they say like, go through and download all the most popular video clips and then just do this, make this change. And then they'll upload thousands of videos a day, some hundreds of videos a day, some of these channels. And then people just clone those channels and those channels get cloned and those channels get cloned. And AI has completely destroyed the YouTube viewing experience. Now for long form videos, it's okay. But if you look at shorts, it is basic. Like I talked to my, one of the few people I'm left on my team, Steven, and I was like, we should start like a sloppening channel, like where we just like, here's what I pay you. I can't afford to pay you much longer, but what if we spin off this AI slop channel and it just pays your salary? And he's like, of course, I will do that, you know? But like, it is so wild that like YouTube and people are spending their money on this AI garbage. And most of it is just stolen or freebooted content. Like, I don't know if you know Anatoly. He's a guy that's like, he's like a world-class power lifter, but he's like a small stature and he always does. He's just like, oh, he walks up to guys and he pretends to be a janitor. Sometimes I'm on shorts and I'll get served like 20 clips from him and not a single one of them are from his channel. It's just like Indian and Pakistani bot farms that are stealing other people's content. And Google just does not give a crap. YouTube does not give a crap. Then remember that every single video that you get uploaded, that gets uploaded to YouTube, automatically gets opted into YouTube's AI machine learning algorithm. Meaning you can't upload your video to YouTube without agreeing to let YouTube use your video to train your AI replacement. Right? You say ad earnings have already begun to take a dip. Will that trend continue? When YouTube first introduced shorts, its own revenue dropped as the viewer attention shifted away from long form to the shiny new toy, which was unmonetized at the time. We saw a broader impact with creator companies like Spotter, which laid off 40% of its staff after missing financial goals due to the rise of short form pulling views from YouTube long form bread and butter. Now that shorts are here to stay, are long form creators going to have to cope with continued financial challenges? The answer is yes. Like, you guys know how I started that. I started like a second channel. It's called Jeremy Hambly, it's just my name. And I upload like one video a day. I'm going to be starting to do 2 shorts a day on that channel. And we're going to see. I have tried shorts before, but the earnings are just so bad that like I've never seen really any purpose for it. And you do have to actively kind of engage with your algorithm. You've got to use that, not interested button, block button, things like that. I don't know who the people are that consume shorts. And I've never seen what a shorts ad actually looks like because I actually have, because I have YouTube Premium, so I've never seen an ad on YouTube Shorts. So I don't know if they like interrupt the short. Are they overlaid? Do they replace a short with an ad? But like, it's completely shifted. YouTube has completely shifted what they give a damn about to garbage shorts that are consumed by kids. And between garbage shorts and AI, you know, YouTube is not really for the creator anymore. You know, if you look, there are a lot of creators talking about this. You know, I wrote, revenue is down massively for most people I talk to, with views up year over year. We are at the end of the golden years. It's about survival now. And that's what I told my team, basically. Like, I had to cut some people. I had to cut some expenses. And I was like, look, we got to survive. We got to figure out how the hell we do these shorts and do them well. Not just these, like, you know, slop, like, here's a crazy blue-haired idiot on TikTok. And then, you know, like I tried that formula for a while where it was just like, whoa, get a look at this, get a load of this idiot. And then it was just basically lifted content that, you know, was qualified as fair use, but probably the lowest form of fair use imaginable. And sure, people watched it, but it was so soul-sucking. Now people are just using AI to do that. They're just doing AI and they're uploading thousands and thousands and thousands of these shorts, which are just movie clips. For the most part, they're just movie clips. And, you know, I want, for example, Rumble, I want them to restrict AI use. I don't care if people use it in their videos, but I don't want entire AI slop channels. That's exactly what has happened to YouTube. I don't know if I could get a reasonable, like, sample if I pull it up, you know, from my channel, because it's going to be my algorithm. So I don't know. But if I go to, like, YouTube Shorts, it's like, here, again, what do I see here? A stolen Kill Tony clip, not from Kill Tony. A stolen Marshawn Lynch clip, not from Marshawn Lynch. You know, I mean, this stuff is crazy.
I feel weird being up here because I feel
Let's see. Who's this from? Oh,
I feel weird being up here.
It's actually hard to see who stole this. This is from Life of Logos. It's just, they're just stealing it. Here's Gary Owen, the actual guy. He's a comedian. Looks like he did not steal it.
Don't want to use dryer.
Here's somebody stealing from the Pat Bev podcast.
I'll tell you what that is. That,
you know, here's Letterman actually uploading their own
so these
short.
guys are strict about not shooting your.
If you have a bad time in.
Hey,
I mean,
Mr. Baker, sir, I was reviewing the extruder.
Here we just have movie clips, just stolen movie clips.
what a drink with. You drink.
Here's another stolen Kill Tony. And what's more hilarious is, like, they tag it Life of Logos. Like, this channel is literally just stealing it. And they're making millions of dollars off it.
Just
millions of dollars. Oh, here's what I talked about. Jim Prank TV stole an Anatoly video. I guarantee Anatoly has nothing to do with this channel.
Here you go, nice and hot.
Here's another Jeffrey Dahmer movie scene stolen by Dreamverse Brain Rot. Like, these are just, look at this, you know? Oh, I'm just going to steal, here's an AI video of Bob Ross. You know, like, these are all just AI garbage channel. You know, and that's what's completely filled up the algorithm. Yeah. Here's more stolen videos from Toji O, not their original videos.
First time ever.
Bearded Butchers, okay, that's a real one.
So this.
Here's a stolen TV show from Meme Comedy.
We got a couple days off. We're going to another city.
Here's a stolen Shaq clip. I mean, it is literally an abyss of stolen and freebooted content that YouTube just does not give a damn about. And whoever made this initial Shaq video, whoever made the initial, video about, the Anatoly video, there's no way of actually policing this. And it's rough. And so you're going to see more people like me pushing membership stuff. And we're going to have to, create more value for our viewers that want to pay to support our channels. And that's just the way it's going to go. I mean, Tim Pool is ahead of the curve. I heard one time he has like 75,000 members paying him $10 a month. That's crazy. That's $1 million a month just in membership revenue. I have like 100, but I'm sure he started with 100. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to push, thequartering.com/join, and we're going to do more stuff in our members Discord, and we're going to do more stuff off the internet. And I think that's going to be what you see a lot of other YouTubers do. Like, seriously, that's what you're going to see. And I think the golden era of YouTube long form content is dead. And we are now what will be known as the AI slop era of stolen and freebooted content, much like Facebook was a few years ago. That's what YouTube's going to happen to YouTube. So we're going to lose a lot of creators.